Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. You may be hearing just a bit of white noise in the background. That's the fan going. It is so hot, so I hope it isn't too distracting. Now, we have a story about NHS Fife and the Sandy Peggie / Dr. Beth Upton, not his real name. This all came about not because Sandy Peggie did anything wrong. In fact, NHS Fife actually admitted so the other day when they dropped all their complaints and charges against her. What this has arisen from is simply that Nurse Sandy Peggie, made a complaint about Dr. Upton coming in. So it wasn't that Nurse Peggie had done anything wrong. It's simply that she expressed an opinion that went against the management of NHS Fife. She requested that women's safe spaces be respected. She requested that biological men not be allowed in to female safe areas. And that's what started all this. And they accused her of bigotry and then made it and blew it out of all proportion and charged her with serious misconduct. This could have ended up not just her losing her job, but losing her career because she could have been struck off the nurses' register. Simply for standing up for her own safety and dignity and that of other women. The nurse's KC is a woman called Naomi Cunningham, and she claimed that the nurse was banned simply because of this, not because of any other wrongdoing, because of the confrontation. It's subsequently been shown that Beth Upton, not his real name, has then made claims against the nurse which exacerbated the problem, claims that are unsubstantiated and which have now been dropped. In other words, it appears that Beth Upton, Dr. Upton, lied. And this has all come through lies. Now, if that is the case, and it's been shown that Dr. Upton lied about the initial stages, then we cannot believe anything he chooses to say at any point through this hearing, or these sets of hearings at this tribunal. Now, it's already gone beyond the point of no return in terms of there having to be a final decision. And regardless of what the decision is, NHS Fife are in deep trouble legally. Because if Sandy Peggie wins, she's suing them. And if Sandy Peggie loses, the Equalities and Human Rights Commission is going to be taking them to court. So it's a lose-lose for the NHS in Scotland because they're all mentally ill who think that men are women simply because, hey, I'm calling myself Susan now. You know, it's not how it works. And not only is it not how it worked ever since 2010 when the Equality Act came in, but subsequent to about 2 months ago when the Supreme Court explained it all. And still, incidentally, they're dragging their feet over this. Now, of course, once people go to court, once there are court cases and big fines, and potentially, given that this is a breach of the 2010 Equality Act, potentially jail time for some people. That'll be interesting to see. But once that happens, if someone senior goes to jail, you can guarantee that the rest of them will comply with the law that very morning. So can't wait. It continues. Thanks very much. I'll keep an eye on this one. Speak soon. Bye.